Hello Union, today we are going to discuss the push-ups mistakes, the most common ones that people tend to make and that aren't benefiting their push-ups, their overall gains that come from the push-up. But before I continue with the video, I'm Bruno and this is the Workout Union channel where I share with you some tips, tutorials and routines about calisthenics and street workout so that you can improve your calisthenics training and learn some skills like the planche front lever and so other ones that you can check with the videos that I have on the channel. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you share it, subscribe and like this type of videos. With that said, let's keep going with the video. So as I mentioned, we are going to discuss 6 most common mistakes about the push-ups, and these are the ones that you need to avoid to improve your movement, to improve the quality of the push-up and to increase the strength on your chest, on your triceps as well as on your shoulders. So the first one that we need to look at is the neck, the position of your neck. So you don't want it to be forward, so you don't want a forward neck in this push-up position. So with a forward neck you are doing what? You are decreasing the intensity of the exercise by decreasing the range of motion of the exercise. So you are not getting the full stretch at the end of the position, the full pec stretch at the end of the position, and then you are not doing the full chest contraction when you push the push-up up again. Next one is about the elbows. The elbows here, you don't want to have them flare out. So you want them tucked in about 45 degrees angle, where you are not with them excessively internally rotated and you are them in a scapular plane, the 45-degree angle between your back and your elbow and your arm, and you are doing it to perform a better chest push-up, a better contraction of your chest, a better stretch on your chest without risking injuring your shoulder. With that excessive internal rotation and abduction of your shoulder, you are decreasing the space between the bones on your shoulder and impinging the tendons that tend to get tight and impinged with this position. For example, the supraspinatus tendon that tends to get stuck between those bones and cause some injuries, some pain afterwards in your journey to the calisthenics training. So make sure you keep this in mind. Don't flare out your elbows, keep them tucked in or at 45-degree angle, at the scapular plane angle, and you are going to see better results at the end. Next one is also related to the first one and is the range of motion. With this one, you need to pay attention that you need to perform full range of motion push-ups in order to have a better exercise and a better activation of the muscle that you are working on. This one is translated to every exercise in the calisthenics, as well as the pull-ups. The push-ups also need to be performed with a full range of motion, meaning you want to touch with your chest to the floor or get near it and pull where you stretch and you straight your elbow at the top position, getting this full contraction of your triceps as well as your chest and performing it the better way to increase the chest gains as well as triceps gains, as well as having a better push-up, a cleaner push-up, and you will see better results through your overall strength if you do this. Next one is related to the back, and this one divides in 2 parts. First one, the upper back. The rounding of the upper back, you don't want it to round too much. In this case, the upper back normally is already rounded in a kyphotic position, where you round it like this, or if you are standing like this, but you don't want it to be excessive. You don't want it to be a hyperkyphosis, an increase on this, because you are decreasing the activation of your chest and using too much your shoulders, and as well as you are not getting the benefits of the push-up as the other ones. So make sure you are with your chest outwards, you activate your depressors of your scapula and a little bit your extensors of your spine, and with this one you will have a better push-up position with a better range of motion as well, that will relate to the topic number 3, the range of motion as well. So this one, upper back, don't run too much, don't increase the kyphotic position of your back, and you will be good to go. The next one is a little bit lower, and it is on the lower back. With this one, the contrary. The lower back has normally a lower doses, a curvature contrary to the upper back, and in this one you don't want to excessively increase this curvature by deactivating your abdominal muscle. You want them to be contracted, as well as your gluteus activated to get the posterior pelvic tilt or their neutral pelvic tilt, in order for you to get a line from your shoulders to your feet, so that you perform a push-up in one movement and you don't break it at your hips, at your waist, and with that you don't compress too much your spine and compensate in other areas like the upper back and the range of motion that will be decreased as well, because you are reaching first with your hips and you don't have the opportunity to reach with your chest and increase the range of motion. So make sure you activate your core, you activate your gluteus, and you have a line from your shoulders to your feet, and your push-up is going to be fine. The last one is also related to the shoulders, and this one is the shoulder shrug. So you don't want your shoulders to be shrugged up, shrugged in, so you don't have your trapezius or your upper trapezius too much activated, and you compensate by activating it and decreasing the activation on your chest, as well as in the other exercises. The push-ups are meant to work on your chest and on your triceps, so you want them to be focused on that muscles. With this one, you are also decreasing the stability on your scapula, and as I told you previously, you want to have a good stability on your scapula by depressing it and retracting it a little bit, so that your chest sticks out on the push-up and you make sure that you perform the full range of motion. So pay attention, you can also film yourself, take pictures, see how you are performing the push-up, and don't let your shoulders go up near to your ears, and you want to have them away from your ears with your depressors and retractors of your scapula activated and your chest out, so that you can perform the push-up with a full range of motion and have a better benefit from this incredible good exercise. So reviewing everything, the 6 common mistakes that you need to avoid on the push-ups. The first one, the neck. You don't want it to be forward, you want it to be neutral. You want a neutral neck in order to perform the full range of motion. Next one, the elbows. You don't want them to be flared out, you want them at a 45-degree angle in the scapular plane, or tucked in, a little bit more tucked in, to increase the chest activation and to perform a better push-ups without injuring your shoulder. Next one, range of motion. You want to perform it with a full range of motion from your chest to your elbows, meaning that you want to reach your chest to the floor and then extend your elbows on the top, on the last point of the push-up. Make sure you do this when you perform the push-ups, and you will see better gains. Next one, about the back, the upper back, missing an R, upper back. You don't want to increase the kyphotic position, you want them to be in a kind of extended neutral position of your spine. Next one, lower back as well. Don't do up an increased lordosis, have it neutral, have it in a normal position. Last one, shoulder shrug. Don't shrug your shoulders up, keep them down and retracted with an activation of your scapulas to improve your scapular stability. So if you make sure that you keep in mind these 6 points and you avoid these 6 mistakes, both on your push-up as well as on the other exercises as well, if you keep these mindsets in yourself, you are going to improve a lot your strength, your quality of movement, and your overall force production, as well as your perfection of your movement, of your skills. And with this one, you are increasing your calisthenics game, your calisthenics strength and ability to perform exercises, and you also will have an injury-free road, an injury-free journey towards these exercises, the more demanding exercise, because you are keeping the good position, the good activation and the good mind-muscle connection while you perform these exercises. So make sure you keep this in mind, perform it without these 6 mistakes, and you will see better gains, although you can have a little bit less of repetitions, of number of repetitions in the exercise, but you will have a better activation and you will feel your chest, your triceps working a lot more, and you will feel a lot of strength coming faster than you saw before while performing it with a bad form, with these mistakes in mind. So make sure you do them, share it with your friends, make sure your friends are not doing the same mistakes as you were, and with this you all can get stronger. If you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe, share it, and I will see you on the next video.